Thanks for joining us today. I'm Diedra Porche, a managing director at business banking here at Chase, helping to serve our small business customers. You should know our Chase chats are open conversations about money and how to help you make the most of yours. On behalf of my many colleagues who work with small businesses, I'm pleased to present this Chase Chat webcast on the 2021 Paycheck Protection Program. We put this together to help you understand some of the key points of the updated SBA program and to guide you through our application process. We recommend that you watch this whole webcast before applying. One point I really want to stress: please be as prepared as possible before you start the application. If you stop or close out your screen in the middle of the application, you won't be able to save your work. You'll have to start over again. Also, a reminder, this is a U.S. Small Business Administration program that participating lenders facilitate on behalf of the SBA. All loans are subject to requirements of the SBA program. Please review the latest program details on sba.gov or treasury.gov. Now, let's review some of the highlights of the updated program. Whether or not you received PPP funding in 2020, you may be eligible to apply for the new PPP program. There are a few things to note before you start. To apply, you must be an authorized representative who can borrow on behalf of the business. You need to have an active Chase business checking account to apply through us. If you don't have one, you can open one online or go to a branch. It will take 11 days upon account opening before you're able to apply for a PPP loan. You must have been in business as of February 15th, 2020, and your business isn't permanently closed. Once you are ready to apply, make sure you use a computer that can support document uploads. A phone or a tablet does not work for this. Also, you may want to contact your accountant, attorney, or other trusted advisor before applying. One of the first things we will ask is, did you get a PPP loan last year? There are a few key differences for first and second time borrowers. By the way, we won't be covering increases to first loans in this webcast, just new first loans and new second loans. If you are a first-time PPP borrower, in general, your business can have no more than 500 employees to apply. There are a few important exceptions that can help businesses, such as restaurants and hotels. For example, they can have 500 employees in each physical location. Your first loan can be 2.5 times your average monthly payroll costs, up to $10 million loan maximum. If you got a PPP loan in 2020, your business can apply for a second PPP loan if you have no more than 300 employees. Again, there are a few important exceptions that can help businesses such as restaurants and hotels. They can have no more than 300 employees in each physical location. The second loan can be up to 2.5 times the business's average monthly payroll costs, up to a $2 million loan maximum, or $4 million for a corporate group. Again, there are a few important exceptions that can help businesses such as restaurants and hotels. They can borrow up to 3.5 times instead of the standard 2.5 times the business's average monthly payroll costs, up to a $2 million loan maximum. The business must have experienced a revenue reduction of 25% or greater in 2020 relative to 2019. So in general, a borrower may calculate this revenue reduction by comparing quarterly gross receipts from one quarter in 2020 with the gross receipts for the same quarter in 2019. A business that does not file quarterly or was not in operation for all 4 quarters of 2019 may still meet the revenue reduction requirement. So for second loan requests of $150,000 or less, you'll need to just certify that the 25% reduction is met. But you will have to provide documentation when you request loan forgiveness or upon request by the SBA. Check the SBA website and the second loan application for the complete rules on 25% reduction and how to determine your reference quarters for gross receipts. Here's another important point for second loans. You also must have used or will use the full amount of the first PPP loan for authorized purposes on or before the expected date of disbursement of the second PPP loan. So to recap, in this round of funding, the maximum for second-time borrowers is $2 million. First-time borrowers can receive up to $10 million. The limits are higher for a single corporate group. I hope that you will find these highlights helpful in understanding the program. Of course, there are some exceptions. As always, for full program details, visit sba.gov and treasury.gov. Now, I'd like to walk you through the application process for first and second loans and address some common questions along the way. Here, my goal is to give you an overview so you'll know what to expect. I'm going to walk you through all 6 sections of our application. To start the application, an authorized representative of your business should sign in to the chase.com account that is associated with the business that is applying for the loan. As a reminder, only an authorized representative can apply for a PPP loan. Now, your business information. In this section, you answer questions about your business. We'll ask if this is your first or second loan because there are a few key differences. If you received your first PPP loan through Chase, we'll pre-fill your loan number and amount. If not, you'll need to enter them. Next, review your business information for accuracy. You'll review your personal and business information and consider completing some optional demographic information that has been requested by the SBA. Further down in this section, you'll need to provide some important information about your payroll costs. Now, this is likely to be a difficult part of the application. That's why we really want you to prepare this material before signing in to apply. We'll ask you to enter your average monthly payroll, which is used to calculate your loan amount. And if you're a second-time borrower, you'll need to certify that you had a reduction in gross receipts of at least 25%. You'll need to choose a reference period and tell us your gross receipts for 2019 and 2020, along with providing supporting documents. For loan requests of $150,000 or less, you won't have to complete the extra fields or upload the documentation related to the 25% reduction. Again, we recommend that you prepare this information and gather supporting documentations before logging in to apply. Let's move on to the next section, business decision makers. In this section, we ask you to provide information about your business owners. Make sure the ownership information includes all business owners with 20% or greater ownership. After that, we'll go to the next section. SBA information about your business. In this section, you answer some additional questions from the SBA. These include whether you had an SBA loan before and its status, whether the U.S. is the principal place of residence for all employees included in your payroll calculation, and if your business is a franchise, you'll need to input your SBA franchise identifier code or obtain it from the SBA if you don't already have it. Now, let's move to the next section. Document upload. You will need to upload supporting documents. Here's where you will see why you should be using a desktop computer or laptop. Uploading documents from a phone or tablet won't work for this. The documents you provide will verify the average monthly payroll amount that you will provide in the application. Please make sure to follow these nitty-gritty requirements when preparing and uploading documents. Files must be PDF, JPEG, Excel, or PNG. Files must be smaller than 5 megabytes. File names should be no more than 40 characters. Files cannot be password protected. Do not upload a scanned paper PPP loan application. And for more detailed information about which documents you will need to upload, go to chase.com/PPP. We recommend you keep all the documents you used for your records and in case the SBA requests them. Now let's move on to the next section, and we're almost done. Disclosures. For this section, you'll need to read and certify a number of items, including that you're eligible for the program, that current economic uncertainty makes this loan request necessary to support the ongoing operations of your business, and that you will use the funds to retain workers and maintain payroll or to make payments on eligible non-payroll costs. Finally, we'll ask you to review and certify that you've read the PPP note. At that point, you will be done with the application and ready to submit it. Submit. Okay, this last step is to actually submit your application. You'll get this confirmation screen right away, and we'll send you a confirmation email within 24 hours. By the way, listed here are the stages of the application. You can sign in to your account on chase.com at any time to check the status of the application as it moves through the process. And we'll reach out if we have any questions or need more information. Visit chase.com/PPP to find more detailed information to help you prepare and to apply. All of us at Chase know how important these loans are to your business. I hope our time together today has been helpful for you as you get ready to apply for a PPP loan. We're here for you. Thank you.